Adrielle, why must you insist on continuing to prove that you are one of the lowest of low when it comes to being a mother? You are someone that clearly never should have had children. You clearly aren't aware that the effects of what you post on this app will affect your children. Your son is in high school, I believe, now. Kids are cruel. Do you not understand the embarrassment that your son probably has to go through on a daily basis? Because, as you claim, you're famous. So everybody and anybody has seen or heard about your TikToks. So why, when you want to be in a tramp mode, that's the way I'll put it, must you post about it? No one needs to know those details. Let's just take a look at what you said.
From Tinder. He came into my house and sat with me on the couch and made out with me and begged me. He begged to go down on me. And I was just like, sorry, I'm on an abstinence spell and all that. And he respected it. He was really nice. And then we just chatted a little bit on my couch and made out, and then he left. And then my FYB, the Aries, I'll call him Aries, had just texted me right as I was about to text him. It was 2:25 a.m. 2:23. And I was like, no shit, I was just about to text you and ask you what was up.
Definitely a more appropriate filter. So, Adrielle, number one, once again, you're leaving your children home alone at night to go out bar hopping, which, hey, whatever. But you put that you go home at 2-something in the morning. And you also enlighten people that you met a guy on Tinder and you brought him home. Even if nothing goes down, as you say, you are allowing this man to know where your children live. Your children were sleeping in their bedrooms. And then you proceed to tell people, I can't even believe that you let it come off your fucking tongue, about him wanting to go visit down. It's just gross. And you're putting this on for the world to see when no one needs to hear about it. No one cares to know about it. But my biggest concern is the children that go to school with your children, they're going to see it. And then they're going to bully your kids about it. And you don't care. But then you proceed to say, oh, I only made out with him. You just met this guy. You didn't know him from Adam. You bring him home. Make that make sense. And then you tease him and then send him on his way. But he handled it like a champ. You're lucky. You are so lucky. You're going to meet the wrong one, though. And then you're going to cry the R word. But anyway, then it just so happens your FWB texts you, which I never heard you had an FWB, sorry. God deserves a flipping medal to touch you, sorry, but then you go on to say this, which, number one, when I first saw it, I actually wanted to throw up. Physically throw up. Because it's not something that you should publicly say. And call me crazy, it's nothing to be proud of. But why you would ever put this information out on the internet is beyond me.
It doesn't count if it's someone you've banged several times in the last 5 years. Oh my God, no. I was like, and then, bye-bye condom, hello, Adrielle. See, this is
Yeah, you went there. You said it. You know, someone, I can't believe I'm going to say this, someone who's unaliving animals and eating animals, You sure don't mind wasting children now, do you? Oops, I said it. Hey, you deserve it. You're disgusting. Disgusting. You put this out there for people to see and hear, and you don't care how it affects your children. Not to mention, I missed the part where you left your children home alone again, sleeping at 2:30 in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning to go to FWB's house. But it gets worse, because then you say this, which by now I shouldn't be shocked.
I'm gonna have to wash my hair tomorrow. My bad. I thought it all went up there, but I guess not.
You truly are a class act pig. You are disgusting. To go on live when you know that you've got many, many children or teenagers that watch your content, and you say that, and you show where it should have gone, but instead went in your hair, you're vile. You make me want to throw up.
Good times. My hair smells good.
I'm sorry, but why anyone would want to touch you repulses me. You just have no class, no dignity, no morals, and no self-respect. You know, some things are meant to be private, and this is one of them. You will never know what I like to do behind closed doors because I don't publicize it. I don't know if you think it's a flex or maybe people will want you more, but you're just flat out fucking disgusting. But in all of this crap, this was my biggest concern right here.
Song. He was like, "Do you want to sleep over?" I'm just like, I can't do that. I have to be home. He's like, "Oh, I didn't realize you had obligations." And I was like, "Yeah, I have to be home in like 30 minutes. He's like, "Okay." Made the most out of 30 minutes. And then I went home.
So a few things concerned me here. Number one, clearly you were out all night while your children were home sleeping. Again, it's like the SWAT incident. You never know what could happen. What if there were a fire, Adrielle? What if there was a break-in? What if that Tinder date decided he wanted more, so he went back, but you weren't there? And he decided to break in to, get it. Your children would have been there, and you wouldn't have been. You felt it was appropriate to go home 30 minutes before your children woke up. You're vile. But the biggest thing was, you claim he's been a FWB for a few years now. But he didn't know you had responsibilities? What, do you just not talk about your children? Do you not tell him that you have children? Did you not tell him your children are home sleeping while you're off doing whatever? I mean, everybody under the sun knows that you have 2 children and their dad is not in their life. This guy didn't know that? I call bullshit. And the fact that you don't care and you say, "Oh, I've been abstinent for 5 years and because I've been, you know what you used for the word, doing it for, with him for the last," it doesn't count. FYI, abstinence is abstinence, so it absolutely counts. That you are a case that CPS should definitely keep open and should have already removed these children from your care. You are ruining these children, and you don't give a shit. You don't care about the repercussions of what you're putting on the internet is going to, and how it's going to affect your children. But one thing I will say, with all of the bullshit, is I'm glad your income, it's going down, like I said. And for that, it deserves a big smile. I hate this filter, by the way. I don't like how it gives me the dowels. You're not as attractive as you think, Adrielle. Just saying.